Hey everyone, it's 4Gun Guy here at the Walker County Bench Rest Range, where we shoot a lot of matches, both centerfire and rimfire. And this is a stage that, it's pretty straightforward, but I've seen guys just kind of struggle with it a little bit, and we're going to talk about why. So, yeah, this is just one of those stages that you can shoot a lot of different ways depending on what the stage brief says. So let's go over all that, and then maybe we'll shoot it. We're just going to shoot rimfire today. I've been out here practicing a little bit. So if you're ready to go, let's get to it. Let's talk about this one. So I don't think I think we have. So you've got three different levels here, right? And usually the way Larry sets it up is shoot off the tape on the top, right? Any 5 tape positions, let's say, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 positions, but usually he'll say any 5 of those 8. And you just go from there, right? Or he will say the rope positions, shoot off the rope 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or he could have us shooting off this bottom rails. I don't think I've ever had him say, shoot here, then up here, then back down. And Larry, if you're watching, maybe that's an idea. But here's what kind of trips guys up. They look at this top level, and some mistakes are, one big mistake is you look at this stage and you go, it's a tripod stage, period, end of story. And you may be right? I shoot tripod rear support on this stage 90% of the time. Let's talk about these different elevations and where a tripod may make sense and where a tripod may not make sense. All right, well, as I said, tripod makes sense here 99% of the time. But let's bring one in. So this is my Leofoto, and let's say that we've got a target out there. I'll probably shoot a little bit of this too. But let's say we've got a target out there, and if you're gonna run a tripod, if you're gonna run a tripod, I'm just starting out with this new bag. I mean, you can do this. There's nothing wrong with this at all. In fact, this is not a bad little position. Just remember though, that you have to have your tripod this high. You better have a high tripod. If you don't, you're gonna be struggling here, right? Luckily, this tripod goes pretty high, but I have seen guys walk up here with a tripod, they drop it, the tripod's this high, and they're going, whoops. Now they have to make a decision, and the decision they have to make is really bad. And let's talk about, if you get into that situation, here's what couple things that I've seen happen. Number one, they stay here, and then what they do is they do this. See how far up I am here? Now right now, I'm fairly stable on a target out there, okay? But look at my position. If you get forced into this, you need to immediately go to your bag position. Because remember, the only reason I'm doing this now is because I didn't bring a bag. I thought I was going to shoot off the tripod. It ain't going to work. I don't have a bag now, right? The only bag I have is this front bag. I got to make use of what I have. Or I could come up here, I guess, and just do this. But I've got to tell you, this is not, this is stable. I'm on a target, but this is not the stability I'm looking for, okay? And especially if the target is down or up. So, if you're gonna be here, load in, make that tripod. Look at how, I'm literally loaded into this rifle, guys. Literally loaded into this thing. And now I am on the target. And when I rack that round, I'm fairly stable. So this is just something that I wanted to bring up to say, if you get in a situation to where you've kind of screwed yourself, then these are the things that have to go through your head very quickly, right? The other option to this is, which I get in the habit of doing now, is this right here. right here. Shooter ready, shooter ready. Stand by, boom, boom. If I need it, I need it. If I don't, I don't. And now I'm just here. Is this gonna work for me? Yep, this works like a charm. Now I can run the stage. But I have something that if this doesn't work, on it, okay? So just think about stuff like that. The rest of the stage, as I said, is tripod friendly. And remember, on a stage like this, if it's good for you to do, I always have my bipod on here, and I always have it deployed like this as a stop. That way, I'm not doing this, because I've seen this happen too. Guys, look it up here. Let's do it over here. Guys, look it up here. They come here, they do this, they come in, and now they're down. Now you're just on your rifle. Not much wrong with that, but then why did you put the bag on the front? If you put the bag on the front, then have something that's gonna stop that bag, right? And make use of it. If this is a weirdly shaped prop, I'll sometimes run these legs at a 45-degree angle back, so if I have to swivel, I can still swivel, and this leg isn't deployed where it's gonna be getting in my way, okay? So those are just a couple things there. So let's do this. Let's run a few shots, and let's run them off these ropes too, because these things can really get tricky for you when you're shooting off of those. So let's do that. I'll pick a target down there, we'll take some shots. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna start the trigger cam because this thing always trips me up. We're shooting the ropes, I believe, so that's great. Now, one thing to talk about here on these ropes, and that is on any of these props, remember to stand behind the prop and look down range and make sure you can see the target. Larry, our match director, very sneaky guy. So what he'll do is he'll do a prop to where if you start here, you got a pine tree in your way. So you better look at this stuff and say, if I can see that target right down here, but only from right here, okay? And then go to each position and go, I can still see it, still see it, still see it, still see it. Because some of these positions, like this one here, you could get here, set up on the right side and not be able to see that target, whereas you have to move over to the left. Remember guys, 90-second stages at this match. Everything you have to think about costs you time. So with that being said, the trigger cam's running. I did put my wee bad wedge on for the tripod. I'm gonna load, I'm gonna make ready, shoot. I'm gonna come down, and we're shooting the rope. So now look, I'm on my knee, on the rope. Let's see, here's target. Let's see if we can hit this thing. Impact. Impact. Now I'm staying on my knees. This is another thing I see people do. They stand up, they do all this stuff, just stay down here. Impact. Terrible bolt rack. Impact. Just stay down there. Look at this. That's tricky. In we go, right? Figure it out. Don't take a whole lot of time, but figure it out. Target. Back. Miss. That was me. I screwed around too much. Notice I'm putting a rifle, pointing it at the target, then I'm bringing the tripod in. I'm on the target just about, then I'm finalizing. Whew, jittery on that one. Let's get a little more stable. Impact. Final position, same thing. Here, here. Sometimes on these ropes too, there's a better position to be had. Ooh, missed, that was me. That was me, I think. I think I said earlier, I'm running the 4th worst batch of SK Match today, which is only good out to about 100 yards. It's 140, I think. So it gets a little wonky past 100 yards. I'm gonna do a video on that too. But, so here's what we saw, right? Rifle is empty, chamber flag is in. Pick your positions, look at the stage brief, get behind the stage to make sure you can see those targets from every position you think you need to shoot. This is a huge window, may not see it over here, can see it here. Also, remember, I didn't have that extra bag because I knew I wouldn't need it, but if you're not sure about this height and this tripod or your tripod, the first thing you should do is get your tripod if you're going to use one, or whoever's going to let you use theirs, come up here and do this. Yeah, it'll work great. But it doesn't hurt to have that backup bag. It just never hurts, because if you have to go into a man in his bag situation, then you have it and you can use it. It's very easy to undo that front bag and just toss it off the rifle along with the bipod, or just leave that thing on and just bring the legs in. So there you have it, something that looks simple, but if you don't plan for it, this thing can trip you up. I've seen it happen. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. All the likes, comments, subscriptions, and until next time, look at those targets at the stage and shoot straight.